I'm Scott Allen Miller. It is the 27th of December, 2022. This is my vlog of daily life back in León, Nicaragua. And today is my mother-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday to her. And I have dogs going crazy because we are back home. So real quickly, today we are in Houston, Texas. We are with the family. We're going to be there for several more days, almost a week. And I guess a little bit like 5 days. And in the future, I had to record this episode because we got a little bit behind. Not terribly. We got some already recorded in the future, but today's I did not have recorded because everyone was sick today. So my mother-in-law is sick. We're not celebrating her birthday today because she's feeling very much under the weather, just like strep throat kind of thing. And I have it too, just a little bit. Mine is just starting. Hers is very well along. She's been sick for several days. So did not record on the day. It was pretty much a very chill day. We did have work and stuff, so did a bit of that, but I am recording this in the future, and I'm kind of combining. This is our announcement that we have safely returned all the way to Nicaragua. So I'm not going to go into any of those details. You can watch for that about 5 days in the future on the 1st and the 2nd when we talk about getting back, but we are filming here in Sutiava, where we live now, and I'm gonna walk around a little bit because people have complained they haven't had a lot of chance to see where we live, and so I'm going to do my best not to step in any dog poop as I walk through the yard. We do have gardeners now, which is nice, and this is as of the 27th. We have gardeners who now come out and cut the grass and clean up the dog stuff and take care of. There's just a lot of gardening that needs to be done. This is a very large garden we absolutely love, and the dogs just have so much fun running around. They're noticeably healthier from all the exercise they're getting. They're basically never inside except to pass out after having run around so much. You can see there's just foliage everywhere. No matter where I go, it's just stuff. It's so cool. I can wander and wander, and it's just so beautiful. We have missed it being away for 2 weeks, and it's talking to Valentina, who's been in the U.S. even longer. She's spending about a month in Iowa and Colorado, and we're both like, oh, we miss the sun. We're used to just continuous sunlight. She lives in Mérida, Mexico, which is kind of a sister city weather-wise to León. We're the same temperature, it's the same sunny all the time, but she's Caribbean, or I guess inland a little bit. It's actually a little bit more Gulf of Mexico than Caribbean, but really close to the Caribbean. She can get to Cancun by bus. And we are Pacific. Wow, I just realized this is like an amphitheater. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone. I'm going to talk this way for a second. I'm going to show where I'm standing. If I lean my face down, that's a funny thing to say. If I lean forward a little bit and my voice goes down, that acts like an amphitheater, and I get that full echo back at myself as I'm talking. That was really neat, actually, and quite a surprise. So today in Houston, we were dealing with more Amazon shopping and logistics and stuff like that. A lot of getting things ready. Dominica discovered the Steam Deck was an amazing device for her hidden object games that she traditionally has liked a lot, but has not done very much recently. So she put in a lot of time with that today, and she's just loving it because the Steam Deck doesn't have a ton of storage, although we can add storage to it, which we will do in the future. And for things like hidden object games, it'll be perfect for your top AAA titles. You're going to want to put those on the NVMe main drive, but for the hidden object games, wow, they'll play great off of an SD card. So we're going to put that in and get more storage down the road. But so she started playing that, and it's fantastic because it's touchscreen and it's handheld. Very rarely do you want to share hidden object games with other people. It's not the kind of system that you use in that way, and so it's kind of perfect for hidden objects. It's just a personal thing, and you don't tend to need to hear a lot of story, and you can just touch on the things. So she's having a lot of fun with that. She played that a lot of the day. I spent a lot of the day dealing with just the new stuff from Christmas and getting things set up and doing packing and ordering stuff and taking orders and hanging out with the kids, and I had to work today. So it was a lot of just that kind of stuff. So that was our day. We thought we were going to celebrate and do the cake and everything tonight for my mother-in-law's birthday, but it ended up just because we were sick there at the house, and the Tocos, Joe and Britt, and their kids are sick as well with different things. So we didn't want to have everyone get together and cross-infect, and no one was really up to getting together so much. And Benny is still at work. He had to go in. If you watch the episodes, he was supposed to be off all week. It's vacation week. Because of the blizzard, he was called in on Christmas Eve. They didn't make him go in on Christmas, but they've made him, his entire week of vacation was eliminated, including his Friday which hasn't happened yet, but when it happens, the entire week, because he doesn't, normally he works Monday through Thursday. So now he's working all of his holidays plus his normal weekend days. Like, it's really awful. So that has been, because he got called in on a holiday weekend, which he was in the middle of what should have been his 3-day weekend. But at least they didn't make him go in on Sunday, but they did make him work on Sunday. So he was working while we were unwrapping presents. He's on his phone dealing with people at the office and stuff. So that's been a crappy week for him. So everyone's just kind of like exhausted and sick, and so we're going to push off doing the birthday stuff, but we're only here for 5 more days, so we can't push it off too much. So that is, today is mostly a relaxing day. My topic of the day, other than saying that we did successfully in real time, I'm recording this on the morning of January 2nd, and it is just a glorious, beautiful day. Look at that sun on my face here in Sutiaba, Nicaragua. It is so nice being home, and the new house. My gosh, showing up to the house, it is so comfortable. Immediately, it felt like coming home in a way that we haven't had previously. And we've loved living in Nicaragua, and it has felt like coming home. This has a completely different feel to it. Like, this really feels like this is where we're going to be living for a long time. We're making it home. And it's weird. We've had the house for a full month. We got it on December 1st. But we didn't move in until somewhere around the 11th, and then we left 3 days later. So yeah, so that should be right, 11th to the 14th. So Dominica and I and the kids have only had 3 days in the house, and we've rented for a month, but Paul's been here for over 3 weeks. He's coming up on 4 weeks, and the dogs have been here. So Paul and the dogs are completely like, this is their home, and now I can't, oh, the dogs are laying way over there. This is their home, and it feels like home, and they've really got a routine down and everything. So that's really good. And getting home, the dogs were so excited. They couldn't contain themselves, as you can imagine, that we were here. I'm gonna move into the shade a little bit. It is quite warm in the sun. We have been in Texas varying from below freezing temperatures up to a high of about 68, and we came back to 90, 91 here in Nicaragua, which feels great. We're a little bit warm. We have adapted just a tiny bit, but in general, it feels fantastic. The whole time we were away, we're like, wow, it's so cold everywhere. I can't believe how cold things are. The amount that we've adapted to continuous warm temperatures is a lot. And even now that I'm back in my office, I just have the windows open. I'm not bothering with air conditioning or anything like that. I do have air conditioning in my office now, so I'm prepared for really hot days or days where there's no wind or whatever. But in general, it's just really, really comfortable. It's fantastic. So that was pretty much our day. The thing I do want to talk about a little bit, I did promise I'm going to do this. I'm keeping this just a short video for a lot of reasons. I got to get this upload done, edited, and everything on the same day. So we're under a little bit of pressure. But I've also had a lot of people say, keep it short or I go too long. So I'm going to talk about the 2 things that I love most for my GoPro, and it's worth mentioning because I got both of these on the trip. I've had the one previously, but I got more of them, and then the other I got for the first time. And keep in mind, right, I've been using a GoPro since 2015. I'm on my 5th one. I had a 4, a 5, a 9. That was stolen. A second 9. And then now I have the 11. For the first time, I am replacing the thumb screws, the plastic ones with a bolt in it. They're hard to use. They're painful when you really got to torque them. And they do break easily, and I've had a number of them break. I've moved to machined aluminum ones that are anodized and colored. And this is the silliest thing. These are like $9 for packs of them. So I got a $9 pack of the red ones, said these are fantastic and I want more. So I got the blue ones as well. So now I have like 6 or 8 of these. And I'm replacing everywhere that I use the other ones. I have these. Plus I have a few spares. Like I only use so many, but they have big grips and there's a key that can go on it. So if you need to really tighten it or loosen it, that's the hardest thing. Getting it too tight, not too much of an issue, or tight enough, but sometimes you can't release the camera, you can't release the camera because you just can't get enough torque on the plastic to loosen it up, and it can be actually painful. So if you have a GoPro, I really recommend these. They're on Amazon. I am not getting an affiliate link or anything like that, but I'll try to link them below so that you can get them. Like, I don't care, just go buy them. The other thing that I love for my GoPro, and this is my number 1, that's my number 2 thing of cheap things that make your GoPro so much better. Obviously you need grips and stuff. Like, I can't say these are the top things to buy, but these are the top things that no one talks about. The other is this, and these are also super cheap. I think it's like $7 for a pack of like 4. This is a silicone lens cover. There's no lens cover whatsoever on a GoPro. It's a very hardy lens. You're not going to just accidentally scratch it, but I want to be able to throw my GoPro in a bag. I want to be able to just pick it up easily without smudging the lens. Yes, it's easy to clean, but I don't want to do that all the time. Like, I'm just asking for problems. These are so cheap. It's my favorite thing. I just pop it on, boop, and I know my lens is protected. I know that I can just pick it up. I know it's going to go in a bag. It's not going to get scratched. It's not going to get dirty. Like, there's so many things it protects against. It makes my life so much better. And I have 2 GoPros, so I just always keep them with this on. That's how I store it, because other people will be like, I need to move it, and they will always grab the lens. I don't know what it is with people using other people's things. It's like back when we had CDs and DVDs, if it wasn't yours, everybody grabbed it like this. They would just smudge it and grab it every time. Not once in a while, every time. When it's your own, you'd carefully grab the edges and set it because you want it to work. And everyone else just smudges it, tosses it, always sets it on a surface and always pushes it across the surface, always with the fragile side against the surface that's dirty, scratching. I don't know what it is. And with cameras, it's the same thing. Somehow, every single person grabs it by the lens and picks it up with their thumb on the lens every time, as if they don't know it's a camera and as if they don't know what a lens is. It is the weirdest thing to me just how much it happens, but it is. So if you even just need it to be moved off of a table, oh, I'm gonna set this to the side, you need to have a silicone lens cover on it. It's such a cheap thing, just get them. For a couple bucks, this will enhance your GoPro experience so much, and I like how it looks, right? Not the silicone cover, but these anodized thumb screws just make the whole thing look a little bit classier. Like, it's nice. Why? Just add that little touch. Anyway, that is my day. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, whatever, put them down below. Let's get that discussion going. I love all the discussion that we have on here. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. That goes directly buymeacoffee.com/ScottAlMiller. We'll put it on the screen. And as always, share on social media. Tell your friends about the show. We've had a lot of growth this past week. The holidays have a big dip in viewership, and then we had a huge explosion somehow. I don't know what's going on, but boy, did we get a lot of people. So thank you so much, and welcome to all the new people who are watching the show. We're going to have a lot of detailed content coming up in a few days, but for the next couple, it's going to be kind of a rush because it's the holiday stuff going on. So sorry there isn't as much huge, deep, entertaining content and very little about Nicaragua, but we are home, and this is so many people are like, you got to show more of the house. We will be. We are full of luggage currently. I'm jumping forward in time. Obviously, all of our luggage is here. We have a lot of cleaning and stuff that we've never gotten to do because we just moved in, and we just moved in again with all the stuff that just came from the US. So we got to do all that, and the other house has to be cleaned up in the coming 2 weeks from the time you're seeing this video. When that is done, I'm going to film the old house extensively, both so people can see where we lived for the last year and so we can talk about a real rental house that is available in Leon for all of you. All right, that is it. Thanks for joining me. I will see all of you tomorrow.